Okay, driving out $1 Million Falls this morning, getting back onto the road. This is called Haynes Road. It's the only road between Haynes and Haynes Junction. It's also called Highway 3. Better? So we're looking for wildlife this morning. A little later to get on the road, 9 o'clock in the morning. But we took it easy and took our showers this morning and late breakfast, kind of lazy. Nobody says we have to rush. We'll see how far we go today. We're thinking Haynes Junction. Not sure if we're just going to stay there or keep heading further north. Oh, look at this, a rest area in 2 kilometers. And up the hills we go again. We're climbing in altitude. We're up to 2,500 feet. Okay, now we're almost at 3,000 feet. We're seeing the beautiful mountain range. I'm going to cut right over in front of Steve right now. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Sun shining on the mountains. And out this side too. We have mountains all around us in every direction. Okay, we are coming up here to Kulani Lake. This is a huge lake. We'll be driving alongside of it for quite a ways. We're in the Yukon, headed between Haynes Junction and up past Destruction Bay towards the border to get into the rest of Alaska. So this beautiful lake here drains down into a river. I guess we got to cross a bridge here where it empties out into a river to head further down. The road hasn't been too bad so far. A couple frost heaves, but they've all been repaired. We've been warned though that up ahead it gets much worse. So we will enjoy what we have while we have it. And our fearless leader and driver, Stevie-O, is doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
We're coming around the bend. We'll see what we see. Not a lot of wildlife this morning at all. Maybe we're a little late. They all had their breakfast and went back in the woods. Scenery though. It's starting to cloud up a little bit more. We had sunshine earlier. Here we are opening up onto the vista, the huge lake, right at the southern end of it. Traveling along its western shore for quite a while. There we go, shooting up the lake in that direction.
It's pretty low, huh?
They didn't have the winter that they expected in a lot of areas up one little stream back there and drifting sand over the road. But I ended up with a battery change, so I missed it. Now we're going to snug along the side of this mountain range and follow it all the way up the shore of the lake. Talking about our shocks and struts. I'm going to bring him the mic.
Yeah, when we put on a new struts on the front and shocks on the back, I think it's made a huge difference. You get used to it pretty quick. You don't realize how smooth the motorhome is running on these roads when you see other ones coming at you bouncing all over the place, and you're not bouncing like that. So yeah, definitely a big improvement, I think.
Yeah, it was well worth it to make the investment of doing it. Plus, Steve and I did it ourselves. Oops. I'll include the link in the description of each of the videos where we changed the shocks and the struts. Steve is the main mechanic and I'm the gopher.
This lake just keeps on going.
Yeah, we're probably about maybe the halfway point now. What this time in Alaska is all about. Today is actually the start of our 4th week on the road. We've been on the road for 3 weeks. We've taken our time and we try to not go more than 200 miles a day. And so far we've put on 3,000 miles. So 21 days. Let's see what that's an average of. Let's see. That's an average of 142 miles a day. I'd like to go less than that. Once we get up in this area, we're going to spend more time exploring and more time in each spot, not moving around so much. This was really mainly our goal, to get up in the area right after the snow melts, or at least following the edge of it to get up here before the rush and kind of watch spring emerge and enjoy it. Like right now there's just the tiniest buds out on the branches of these trees. Probably a week or two ago, this was still all snow. Yeah, the parking lots, I think, are the roughest. Okay, we're gonna top off our tank here. And then maybe go make some lunch.
Is there icebergs out there?
Yeah, there's a few of them floating around. There's a few chunks here and there. Now we move inland a little bit for the next stretch until we reach Destruction Bay. Ooh, is that pretty? Little log cabin on the hill, looking out over the lake. What a beautiful spot. I took a picture. Okay, up here, we're going to take a right. Go straight. Okay, routine when we get somewhere, we turn off our tire minder. We flick off our DC to DC charger for the Blue Eddy. That's what Steve's doing, because that's all charged up and ready to go. We flick the steps so they stay out. And now Steve will power up the leveler jacks. The front ones extend first. Now the rears.
Nicholas.
Nick does not like the jacks. Here come the rear ones. And now it adjusts itself. It doesn't need to, we're perfectly level. Steve turns that off. And now it's time to do our slides. Steve waits at the outside. I turn the key on, pull up the emergency brake, and yes, the alarms are beeping. Let's see here. Nick messed up the quilt here a little bit. There we go. Okay. First one is here at the back. Steve gives a little tap. Did you tap? Okay. The bedroom portion slides out. And once that's fully extended, we flip the mattress open. Now he taps here. Go ahead, Nick. Nick rides this slide. Don't you, Nick? Yeah, you do. Is that your fun ride? Okay, and now that one's out. And we can now turn the noisy key off with all the alarms. Okay, Nick, where do you go? Go on, jump in your playpen. Hurry up. This is where Nick likes to play. Before we fold open the mattress, this is Nick's playpen, right, Nick? You play here, huh? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, jump. Jump. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Jump. Jump. Come on. B-A-L-L, Steve. What you got? Bring it here. Oh, you got the ball. Ready? Catch. Good boy. Bring it here. Bring it here. Okay, go on, jump. Get back there. Go on. Good catch. So that's Nick's playpen. Okay, our next step is we turn our propane down on power save. So the power, what is that called? It's a powered propane valve. It drains a lot of battery power. So we put it on power save. That's an extra switch that we added. Here we turn on, let's see, our water pump. Oh, there we go. We don't turn on the water heater unless we're ready to use it to do dishes or take a shower. Saves propane that way. Okay, now that we are here in one spot, I need to log in our number of miles traveled and save it on my map over here on the streets and trips and close this down because we're going to stay here for a while. Get down a little bit. There we go. We're going to save that. Then we're going to close it up. And we're going to shut this one down, and then we'll go outside, take a little look-see. There, that is shutting down. That way it's not draining power while we're just sitting here. We're only using it when we travel. There it is. That one's done. And the mouse is off. Okay, this one up here on the dash. We turn that one down. And now Nick Doodle wants to go outside and sniff. Put him on his leash, dear. And I will take him out. Okay, Nick. Let's see what we can see. Let's see. We're going to look around. Here we have a picnic table. Pretty nice shape. And a fire ring. Really fancy. And a beautiful campsite with tall pine trees all around. In a blue sky and sunshine. Boy, did we luck out, Nick? Is this a good place? Okay, go sniff. Home sweet home, dear?
Yep, I guess so. Looks good to me.
All set.
Yep.
Doesn't take us long to get set up, does it? Steve is over here checking our propane level. I suppose we could have done that before we pulled out the slide. Inside is a little electronic gauge, but out here is a more accurate one.
Yeah, just under a half.
Just under a half. We're fine. What uses propane when we're boondocking, of course, is the refrigerator, the water heater, and the furnace. And the stove if we're cooking something. Well, this turned out to be a really nice little campsite.